King Lear, Act 1, Scene 1. Enter Kent, Gloucester and Edmund. I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall. It did always seem so to us, but now, in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most, for equalities are so weighed that curiosity in neither can make choice of either's moiety. Is not this your son, my lord? His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him, that now I am braced to it. I cannot conceive you. Sir, this young fellow's mother could, whereupon she grew round-wombed, and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle. She had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault? I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper. But I have, sir, a son by order of law, some year elder than this, who yet is no dearer in my account, though this knave came something saucily into the world before he was sent for. Yet was his mother fair. There was good sport at his making, and the wholesome must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund? No, my lord. My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as my honourable friend. My services to your lordship. I must love you, and sue to know you better. Sir, I shall study deserving. He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again. The king is coming. Sonnet. Enter King Lear, Cornwall, Albany, Goneril, Regan, Cordelia, and attendants. Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester. I shall, my lord. Exeunt, Gloucester and Edmund. Meantime we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in our 3 kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we unburnt crawl toward death. A son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany. We have this hour a continence will to publish our daughters. Several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our younger daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend? Where nature doth with merit challenge, Goneril, our eldest born, speak first. Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space and liberty, beyond what can be valued rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honour, as much as child loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manners of so much I love you. Aside, what shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent. Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champions rich, with plenteous rivers, wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issues be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall? Speak. I am made of that self-medal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she's names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness love. Aside, then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue. To Regan. To thee and thine hereditary ever remain the ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure, than that conferred on Goneril. To Cordelia. Now our joy, although our last and least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interested. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak. Nothing, my lord. Nothing? Nothing. Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again. Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty, according to my bond, nor more nor less. How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest you may mar your fortunes. Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit. obey you, love you, and must honour you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply, when I shall wed, that Lord whose hand must take them my plights shall carry. Half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all. But goes thy heart with this? Ay, good my lord. So young and so untender, so young my lord, and true. Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower, for by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operations of from who we do exist and cease to be. Here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighboured, pitied, and relieved, as thou my sometime daughter, good my liege. Peace, Kent, come not be between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. To Cordelia, hence, and avoid my sight. So be my grave, my peace, as here I give her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs, call Burgundy, an attendant hurries out. Cornwall and Albany, with my two daughters, dowers digest the third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, by monthly course, with reservation of hundreds nights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all the addition to the king. The sway, revenue, execution of the rest. Beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this coronet part between you. Both Albany and Cornwall place a hand on the crown. Royal Lear, whom I have never honoured as my king, loved as my father, as my master, followed as my great patron taught in my prayers. The bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft. Let it fall rather, though the fork invade the region of my hair, be Kent unmannerly. When Lear is mad, what wouldst thou do, old man? Think'st thou that Judy shall have dread to speak, when power to flattery bows, to plainness honours bound, when majesty falls to folly? Reverse thy state, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. The youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds refurb no hollowness. Kent, on thy life no more. My knife I never held but as a pawn, to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being the motive. Out of my sight. See better lay, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye. Now, my Apollo, by Apollo king, thou swayest thy gods in vain, O vassal, miscreant. Dear sir, forbid. To Lear, kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamour from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil. Hear me, recreant, on thine elegancy, hear me, that thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to become betwixt our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear. Our pretency made good, take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision, to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away, by Jupiter, this shall not be revoked. Fare thee well, king. Sit thus thou wilt appear. Freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. To Cordelia. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly think'st and hast more rightly said. To Regan and Goneril, and your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princess, bid you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new. Exit. Flourish. Re-enter Gloucester with France, Burgundy in attendance. Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord. My lord of Burgundy, we first address towards you, who with this king hath rivalled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease you quest of love? Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered. I crave no more than hath your highness offered. Nor will you tender less. Right noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her so, but now her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands, if aught within the little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasured peace, and nothing more may fitly like your grace, she's there, and she is yours. I know no answer. Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her? Pardon me, royal sir, election makes us not up on such conditions. Then leave her, sir, for by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth, to France. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray, to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you, t'avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wench whom nature is ashamed almost acknowledged her. This is most strange, that she, who even but now was your best object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this choice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favour. Sure, her offence must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, or for vouched affection fall into taint, which to believe of her must be a fate that reason, without miracle, can never plant in me. I yet beseech your majesty, if or I want that glib and oily art, to speak and purpose not, since what I will intend I'll do it before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, mother, or foulness, no unchaste action, or dishonoured step, that hath deprived me of your grace and favour, but even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue that I am glad I have not. Thou, not to have it, hath lost me in your liking. Better thou hast not been born than not to have me please me better. It is but this, a tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoken, that it intends to do. My lord of Burgundy, what say to you the lady? Love's not love, when is it mingled? Love's not love, when it is mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry. Royal King, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy. Nothing, I have sworn I am firm. I am sorry, then you have so lost a father, that you must lose a husband. Peace be with Burgundy, since that respects of fortune, ours love, I shall not be his wife. Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich, being poor, most choice, forsaken, and most loved. Despised, thee and thy virtuous here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take it up that what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their cold's neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair prince, fair France. Not all the dukes of Warderish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, thou unkind, thou losest here, a better where to find. Thou hast her, France, let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall we ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison, come noble Burgundy, flourish. Exeunt Lear, Burgundy, Cornwall, Albany, Gloucester, and attendants. Bid farewell to your sisters, the jewels of our father, with washed eyes Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister, am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father, to your professed bosoms I commit him, but yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to do a better place, so farewell to you both. Prescribe not just our duty. Let your study be to content your Lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth that the want that you have wanted. Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides, who covers faults at last with shame derides. Well, may you prosper. Come, my fair Cordelia, exeunt France and Cordelia. Cordelia. Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight. That's most certain, and with you next month with us. You see how full of changes his age is. You see how full of changes his age is. The observation we have made it hath not be little. He always loved our sister most, and with that poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly. 'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself. The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. Then must we look from his age to receive, not alone the imperfections or long and graft condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring them with them. Such unconstant starts as are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment. There is further compliment of leave taking between France and him. Pray you, let us sit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us. We shall further think of it. We must do something, and it the heat.